Welcome, everyone. How are your headphones doing? Are we all okay? Brilliant. I'm Holly Rubenstein. I'm the host of the UK's #1 travel podcast, The Travel Diaries. It's so lovely to see you all today here at the Slovenia stand. And we're going to go on a culinary journey today through Ljubljana's flavors and festivals. We're diving into the culinary delights and the vibrant festival culture of a city that effortlessly blends history, innovation, and a deep love for the arts. It's nestled between the Alps and the Adriatic Sea, and it's known for its charming streets, its rich traditions, and a thriving food scene that really reflects its diverse heritage. And joining us to share more is Branka Gradišar from Ljubljana Tourism and Nejc Kovačič from the Museum and Galleries of Ljubljana. Welcome to you both. We're going to be exploring the city's unique dining experiences, its innovative new cultural offerings, and the beloved LUV Fest, which is a celebration that really beautifully intertwines art, culture, and community. Before we get started, though, I like to kind of draw a little bit on my own podcast format of the Travel Diaries, where I ask my guests chapters of the destinations that mean a lot to them. And I always ask my guests about their all-time favorite destination. So Branka, tell me, what is your all-time favorite destination to have a wonderful culinary experience in Ljubljana, and why?
It's quite difficult to decide. We were talking with Nejc before, and I would maybe just say just a simple walk around Ljubljana streets and squares, and just visit a few bakeries or pastry shops, and pick some sweets for myself or some freshly baked bread, and then go to a cafe near the Ljubljana River and enjoy a good cup of coffee with my bread and sweets.
That sounds like a very relaxing, kind of easygoing way to experience a food scene. How about you, Nejc?
I agree with Branka, but if I have to choose, I would say probably Otprta kuchna, open kitchen. It happens every Friday during the summer-ish, and brings together all the local chefs from different parts of Slovenia and Ljubljana as well. And you can pick whatever you want at that day. So you can get the best of Slovenian cuisine at one place. And also you are in touch with the locals. It's a nice, vibrant event. You are in the city center, so you are surrounded by beautiful architecture and the look to the Ljubljana castle as well. So yeah.
Great tips again. And another chapter in your Slovenian travel diaries would be your hidden gem. I imagine our guests today are looking for some real insider tips for places that they should check out that might be a bit off the beaten track. Is there somewhere that you would recommend as a local yourself?
Oh, it's hard to choose, but I would say Dvorni Bar. It's a wine bar next to the Ljubljana River. During the summer, you can see it on the banks of the river and overlooking of the city center. The bar itself has amazingly friendly staff. Some of them are also sommeliers, so they know about their wine. And the food there is very good. Also, from local products, from the meat to vegetables, so for the vegans as well. So yeah, Dvorni Bar is my choice.
That's definitely one to add to our travel wish list. How about you, Branka? Is there a hidden gem that you'd like to reveal to us that's one of your favorite spots?
Yes, of course, and I will also stick with wine. There is a natural wine bar called Kletvica, which is actually a Slovenian word for curse word. Yeah. So it's hidden away it's between Trubareva Street, which is also like a very popular place to get different world cuisines. They offer maybe just not the well-known labels of Slovenian wine, but really small producers, small winemakers that make the wine in touch with nature. So there's really good taste, and they also know a lot about wine, so you can really learn about it. And it's a nice setting, really like most locals, I think, for now go there, and they have at different days, they have also culinary culinary days that they have burgers and they have some special snacks from different chefs, and also creators come there and they paint the t-shirts and you can get the souvenirs. So yeah, it's really like a lively scene there. So I would definitely recommend it.
Great. I was speaking to one of our esteemed audience members just a minute ago who was telling me how the wine scene in Ljubljana in particular is really thriving, and that the wine produce is absolutely excellent. Why do you think it is resonating so much with travelers at the moment?
Well, I would say Ljubljana is on the crossroad of three Slovenian wine regions. So it has the great chance to present the rich offering we have in wine. So yeah, and also the knowledge about winemaking in Slovenia is really, I would say, really deep, and we are really connected to our land. We produce the wine we love, so I think this is something that has a nice story, and people love to build on it. And of course, Ljubljana is very popular with visitors, so it's a great chance to showcase our wines also in the capital.
Absolutely. How about kind of new culinary offerings, new openings that we should be keeping on our radar for the next time we visit?
Well, as you can imagine, Ljubljana's food scene is really bustling right now, so it's hard to choose, and we try to make the decisions a bit easier for you. So I would invite you on a yummy market walk. This is a guided tour of the central Ljubljana market, where you can taste different Slovenian food from different regions in one short walk. You start with some sparkling wine, some prosciutto from the Primorska region, and you finish off with like a little lunch from the Prekmurje region, so really meaty, more like I would say heavier meal. Yeah, and in the meantime, you go and taste some cheeses, some dried fruit. You can also pour yourself some milk from the machine, which is something the visitors are really thrilled about. Wow, you can get fresh milk every day there. So yeah, this is one thing, and the other is maybe because Nejc already mentioned the popular Friday market, open kitchen. It's also, you come there are a lot of food stalls, and everything smells really nice, so it's hard to choose sometimes. So we can bring you open kitchen on a platter. So we have like these 4 different Gourmet Ljubljana tasting menus, which are dedicated to those restaurants and who use local ingredients, seasonal ingredients, who nourish the Slovenian culinary tradition. So we bring you like a 4-course meal on a special table, and also the organizers of the open kitchen will greet you there. They will explain all the stalls, who is there, what are they offering, and yeah, they will make you feel at home.
That sounds absolutely brilliant. I don't know if you guys agree. It sounds like a perfect day to really indulge in what Slovenia has to offer. How about, Nejc, how the food scene kind of interacts with the city's rich kind of cultural and historical heritage? How do you feel that it influences the food scene in that way?
Well, Ljubljana was always on the crossroads, like on the cultural crossroads, because we were influenced by Italians, Austrians, Hungarians, Balkans, of course. And because of that, you get all this mixture also presented in our cuisine. But also Ljubljana and Slovenia itself has rich history. For example, Emona was a Roman settlement before nowadays Ljubljana is a capital. And still today we can see some desserts or recipes with some ideas or fragments of Roman past, or even the names Emona cake, for example, has some idea of the past. So yeah, it's a great, tasteful mixture, let's say.
Yeah. Is there one dish that you would say to a first-time visitor, you have to try this? This sums up our culture.
these are the hardest questions because you have to choose something. I would pick štruklje. Štruklje are like rolled dumplings filled with cottage cheese or walnuts, also with herbs. You can eat it as a salty or sweet dish. It's like a very comfort, warm dish, authentic Slovenian. So yeah, I would recommend štruklje to everyone.
That sounds delicious. So Branka, as we kind of go on in thinking about the kind of gourmet adventures that you can have beyond Ljubljana, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, of course. We have one also new experience. It's the Ljubljana region gourmet experience, where you travel from farm fields to a Michelin-starred restaurant. This takes place in a little hilltop village called Šentjošt nad Horjulom. It's like a really short drive from Ljubljana, and it's a completely different world. So hilltop farms, houses. It's like a really vital village with 250 inhabitants, but they're really a connected community. They are all working towards having tourists coming there, not just for the restaurant, but also to visit their beautiful countryside. So first you visit a dairy farm, goat dairy farm, and you can meet the goats, taste of course the best goat cheese, and also some other local products. You can also buy some to take along back home. So yeah, this goes on outside in the nature. You can see also the views to the Alps, so it's really beautiful. And then you go to the Gradišar restaurant. This is a Michelin-starred restaurant with chef Luka Košir. Their concept is like sustainable all the way. This is their way of life. They have their own garden, wild garden. They grow their own herbs, mushrooms, everything really local. You can see that down there from their restaurant. And then you also visit the cellar where they have like aged cheeses, fish, meat. So they produce everything by themselves. Also a lovely wine cellar, and also a lot of fermented products, because they don't throw away anything. Yeah, Luca's really creative. He just says, okay, now we cooked some vegetables, we have some water left, let's make vinegar out of it. And I have like the whole, I don't know how many bottles of vinegar now. So yeah, and then you go to the restaurant with the lovely view of the village, and you have a 5-course menu. Yeah. So you can enjoy the creations made by this creative chef. Yeah.
That sounds absolutely incredible, and something to definitely add to your itinerary if you're visiting this city. It sounds absolutely fantastic. What region was that?
The Ljubljana region, it's Šentjošt nad Horjulom. It's a 30-minute drive from Ljubljana towards Primorska.
A perfect day excursion, I would say. And of course, Ljubljana is also a city of festivals. It's got a really rich, diverse itinerary and calendar. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the highlights coming up?
Yes, of course. At the moment, there's the Culinary Festival November Gourmet Ljubljana taking place. So a whole month of workshops, special menus in restaurants, beer tours, wine tours, and so on. Then we have, of course, the December in Ljubljana, the festive festival. We are celebrating the coming of the New Year and Christmas and so on. And then in February, we have the LUV Fest, which is a festival of love, art, and rambling around the city. So it really unites all the cultural events taking place, from concerts, exhibitions, operas, ballet shows, dance, and so on, and a lot of guided tours around the city, and also around exhibitions. And a special thing about the festival is that we put some art light installations around the city in like more hidden streets and squares, so you can also go around the city and look for those light installations, especially when in the evening, so they're lit up. Yeah, and the theme is love, which is also a great theme, but not just romantic love, but love for our heritage, our culture, our language, because the festival starts on the 8th of February, which is Slovenian Cultural Day. This is a day we don't have to work, so we have a free day to enjoy museums, galleries, which are open. They open their doors free of charge, so everybody can enjoy the culture. And it lasts until the 12th of March, which is Gregorjevo. This is kind of a traditional Slovene, like a Valentine's Day, where when the spring is about to start. So it's like a really optimistic, positive day. The day is getting longer, so yeah, we are full of love on that day.
How lovely. And how about you, Nejc? Do you enjoy going to the LUV Fest? What are your highlights when you go there?
I mean, I love the idea of the festival because love unites us all, and it's a great opportunity for all the different institutions and restaurants and other stuff around the city that can promote its offerings under one theme. So it's great to show to the locals and to the visitors what Ljubljana is offering at that time period. And for example, I like the idea of City Museum because they made a special guided tour through the permanent exhibition of the history of Ljubljana, but through the untold, hidden, secret love stories from the past. So this is like a kind hidden gem of the LUV Fest festival.
Well, thank you both for joining me. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I hope it's given you some ideas for your next trip to Slovenia. And enjoy the rest of your time here at WTM. Thank you.